Locally, I would contact the Clio Institute to learn more about climate change and climate change leadership skills especially. They're a great outlet for learning how to communicate the climate change problem that we are facing. And I would also suggest visiting Earth Echo International. I'm on their Youth Leadership Council, and they focus on all sorts of environmental topics. And that's a really great resource to check out and to learn more about anything in the environment. And I would also suggest visiting Dream and Green, which is another climate change and environmental initiative that is local in South Florida.
So I would say that in terms of knowledge of climate change, skepticalscience.com is one of my favorite websites. It is made by climate scientists for other climate scientists and for the lay public. So anybody could type in the search box any issue they want, like how did volcanoes affect climate change? Or has the climate always been changing? Or how much has the sea level risen? And they will give you answers at an advanced and at a basic level with reports and documentation to back up their answers. So for content, I love that site. And we listed on Clio's site. For action, what to do about it, I think the Clio Institute is helpful, but I think looking at the regional climate action plan for the 4 counties in Southeast Florida is a good place to go. Looking at our Miami-Dade County Office of Resilience site to see what they're doing, the Office of Emergency Management, the green print, the plan we have for Miami-Dade County to sort of reduce our greenhouse gases and get ready for the worst that is unavoidable. Those are good sites for people to dig into, to see where there's hope, where there's action. And then there's this group of us called the Miami Climate Alliance that helped plan the first climate march here in Miami 3 years ago. And it's a coalition of nonprofits, colleges, universities, all sorts of interested groups that really come together to promote advocacy for climate action and to make sure that our elected officials understand how vulnerable we are, and most importantly, how vulnerable our most vulnerable people are. So the climate justice lens is something we've been pushing.
You can look at my own website. If you just type in my name, it's a Synoptic Climatology Lab. We have several articles on work that we've done. There's a group called the Global Cool Cities Alliance, which has supported, it's a nonprofit that has supported a lot of the work that we're doing as well. They're stationed in Washington, D.C., and they, of course, are strong advocates of this. There's the Cool Roof Rating Council, a group that is only into, and I'm going to be keynoting at their conference in just 3 weeks in Las Vegas. They deal with just the roofing aspects, the roofing projects. Look up reflective films. You could see what, again, they have films you could put on these windows that not a bit of the sun, that you could look out, but not a bit of the solar radiation is going to get inside. The reflectivity is 100%.
We have an organization here, Miami Waterkeepers, where the goal is to basically scale up any kind of actions that you as an individual might be interested in to a much bigger scale, even to the federal government scale, to say influencing policies. And so it's not, when I read an article that says something like the EPA is being slashed, I just feel so grateful that we have organizations locally that are going to step in and play that role to monitor and basically fight for a clean environment. In this case, Miami Waterkeeper.
Miami Climate Alliance has some information if you want to be more politically active. There are a lot of organizations that you could reach through them who are dealing with environmental issues. I think that those are really important. And also, Miami-Dade County has a newsletter about resilience that you should sign up for.
They should go to the website, miamiwaterkeeper.org, and there's lots of resources there available. There's lots of opportunities to get involved and volunteer, and so
The best way to become involved is to work locally with your local politicians because you have a voice in your local community, no matter what your age is. And another way that I would suggest becoming involved would be to try to implement solar power on your home or in your community. Approach your mayors and try to implement a similar law as to what I have created in the city of South Miami. The resources are out there and it's not hard. You just have to reach out to someone that would agree to do so, and you can start working on it. And so I would say that that would be the best way to become involved, especially in the state that we have right now. Right now, the US government isn't the most helpful when it comes to the environment. So working locally is absolutely crucial.